A New York police detective with top secret security clearance faces suspension tonight after his run-in with an Uber driver Monday was captured on camera and it went viral. It started when the driver gestured to the detective in an unmarked car to use his blinker as he parked, and things quickly went downhill from there.
You do it again.
Okay.
Okay, what? You gonna let me finish? Stop interrupting me.
Okay. Apologize. I'm sorry.
Well, who do you think you're talking to here? How long have you been in this country?
Almost 2 years.
Almost how long?
2 years.
2 years. I got news for you, and use this lesson. Remember this in the future. Don't ever do that again.
Okay.
The only reason you're not in handcuffs going to jail and getting summonses in the precinct is because I have things to do.
Okay.
That's the only reason that's not happening. Because this isn't important enough for me. You're not important enough.
Here now to talk about that, two retired New York police detectives, Tom Burney and Harry Houck. That guy's a tool. Let's just say it. I mean, who does that?
Yeah, there's no doubt about it. I mean, his actions were completely unwarranted, and you know, he's paying for it now. He's suspended. I think they took his gun and his shield, and he's going to probably get sent to some detective squad, you know, which is about 100 miles from where he lives every day, and that's what they kind of do to guys like this.
I've never heard a police officer spoken to me, or I've never heard a police officer speak to anyone like that. What's your reaction, Tom?
I mean, it's up for debate whether or not this guy had a really bad day, but even if that was the case,
okay, let me
in
say
this climate that we're in,
all right, go ahead.
you know,
it's not even about the climate. I've had bad days where I've snapped at people, and then you realize later, you say, you know what, maybe I shouldn't have done that. Maybe you say one thing wrong or two things wrong. Yeah. He said about 20 things wrong, and then he went and he came back and did it again.
Exactly.
That's a personality problem.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, he definitely has anger issues, this guy. You know, the whole thing is that, you know, you see police officers doing stuff like this, you know, where he pulled this guy over for absolutely no real reason, right? He's out there, he's in the terrorist task force, so he shouldn't be pulling cars over in the first place. I know when we were in the detective squad, and we went out riding around with our partners going on a case. We never pulled anybody over for a motor vehicle violation. It's just not what we do. And here's a guy who got himself involved in something really stupid, all right? And with the amount of time this man's got on the job, he should know that whatever you do at work one day could be on YouTube the next.
Yeah. Well, the police commissioner, Bill Bratton, is outraged by this. He said that no good cop can look at that without wincing. So what do you guys think the appropriate punishment should be?
Well, he's going to be punished for sure, without a doubt. I mean,
should he be fired?
I don't think he's going to be fired. I think Internal Affairs is going to investigate, which they already are. They're going to CCRB is going to investigate. He's going to lose time, for sure. He'll lose vacation time. He'll be suspended. His career, as he knows it now, is probably in the toilet.
How long have you been in this country? This is New York City. Do you know how many different ethnicities, people from all over the world?
It just goes to show you how angry he was.
Yeah.
You know, something set him off, and I think that the thing that set him off was that, you know, he wasn't recognized as a police officer, and that's what probably ticked him off.
The former police commissioner, Bernard Carrick, I spoke with him I spoke to the former commissioner about that earlier. Take a look. Do you understand now why some people say what they say about police officers and the abuse of power?
Done. That's the problem.
Some police officers.
And that's the problem with the world we live in. Because you have people like that go out there, and all it takes is one. That one incident's going to knock us back for 2 weeks now. Everybody's going to talk about it. You know, there are 40,000 New York City cops, and they're screwed for the next 2 weeks because of that guy.
You see how incidents like that can escalate.
Absolutely, I get it.
If someone spoke to you like that, I'm just going to, I mean, what would you want to do to them?
I don't think I would have been as nice as the guy sitting in that car.
You'd want to clock him.
Yeah, of course. Of course. Look, it's human nature. I mean, and this guy is just sitting there. He's not saying a word.
He did what you're supposed to do, actually.
He did what you're supposed to do.
What would you do if you were the commissioner?
He'd have problems, this guy.
Yeah. And the guy apologized. He said, I'm sorry, and the guy went on and on and on. By the way, my full interview with the commissioner is going to air tomorrow night. But are all cops screwed because of this one bad apple?
This just reinforces the perception that a lot of people have about the police, that all cops are this way and they all are disrespectful to motorists and people in general, which is not the truth.
Right, and you always just hear about the bad things with cops. You know, there was a police officer that died in Puerto Rico, New York, the other day, saving some kid's life. all right? You didn't hear about it on the news. We're not talking about it on the news, all right? And that officer's dead. I mean, there's so many instances where police officers are involved with people every day, millions of times, and things like this don't happen. So
2 nights ago, my friend was mugged in front of his building up in Harlem. The police officers, he said they got there within 2 minutes. They drove him around to find the person and said, "Is that the person? Is that the person?" Took their time and said it could not have been any nicer. There are good police officers, but this is just ridiculous.
Yeah, it puts a bad light on the cops when this happens.
Thank you.